Hello people, welcome to Valorant Tips and Tricks. Let's immediately start it off with this overpowered KO flash on Ascent A site. So you get right on top of these boxes, you look at this black thing and align it up to the tip of that roof just like that. Once you line that up, you aim right there at the center of that window and throw your flash. The flash bounces, lands, and flashes anybody holding from all of these angles. You do want to be careful for anybody holding close though because the flash pops above them, so they won't be flashed. Off to the next KO trick. So since KO got a buff and his nade goes through walls now, you can take advantage of this when there's a Kiljoy ult. Just look at the Kiljoy ult, throw your ult, and it'll go right through the wall to take it down. You can use this tip on multiple spots on multiple maps, so you just need to be creative about it, people. And since his smallies go through walls now, you can use it to clear angles that are very difficult to clear on a normal scenario. For example, the hell of Ascent A site. On Bind Hookah, you could also throw it right here on the center and it will automatically clear anybody close and below. You can even throw it over here to clear container if you want. The KO buff allows KOs to be a little bit more creative now, so go ahead and use your creativity. You know that moment when you want to go somewhere and there's that big fat sage wall that blocks your way? I'm not shaming fat people, by the way. I'm just saying that sage's wall is a bit chunky. I think so. Back to the video. Anyways, so there's a sage wall blocking your way. All you need to do is place down your clone, go inside of it, jump, and place down your TP. This allows your TP to go into higher spots that it could not go normally. This works on most elevations, so you can use this to get on top of high places. It does cost a lot of utility though, so do keep that in mind. Okay, here's a more basic tip for Yoru. We're gonna go right here onto this corner. Aim right there on that line. It's pretty obvious when I specify it. Take out your TP and cast out your TP. This TP will go all the way to T-spawn. The moment that you're ready, go ahead and teleport, flank the enemies from here. Good job. Okay, let's turn the tables real quick and do one for the attacker side as well. If you go right over here onto this corner when you're attacking, aim right there at the center of the thing that holds that lamp up. Take out your TP, cast it out, and this TP will go straight to hell. Of Ascent. I'm gonna be specific here. Now once you're ready, throw a flash, TP to hell, get those easy picks. Okay, while we're on Ascent, I have a question for you. Do you struggle with this gen jump right over here? I do too, until I found out how to do it properly. So here's what you're gonna do. You see the tip of that plank over there? You want to line up the tip of that plank over there right there on that side of the generator, just like that. Make sure that they're aligned. And then you're gonna aim right over there at that corner of that generator. Then while you're in mid-air, you're gonna look slightly to the left. Pretty complicated, practice it first, but I got it without crouching, so I'm pretty sure it should work for you too. I believe in you, people. I believe in you. Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know this TP spot right here on Icebox A site. But guess what? You can do it with Sage also as well. So here's how you do it. You go right here at the center of this thing right over here. Aim right there at that line down there that I'm specifying with my crosshair. Run backwards, jump, place your wall. Then you take out your knife and jump right over here. Make sure to crouch just to be sure, and there you go. You're right on top of your wall. Yeah! And if things get risky, you can just go back to your wall and play another off angle if you want to. Grim, what have you done? Okay, up next, insanely overused Kiljoy ult on Ascent A site, but I'm pretty sure some of you don't know the lineup, so here you go. You place down the ult right over there, go to the corner of this tree. You see those gap in the leaves right over there? You're gonna aim at the top tip of them. Throw your swarms land over there. Kills off anybody hiding in that corner where a lot of people run off to. Anybody who isn't killed is detained, and I'm pretty sure you don't whiff those shots, right? Oh yeah, very small but very convenient Ascent tip. If you're defending A site and you don't hear people going A and they call out that they're going B, just go ahead and break this wall. So the moment that they rotate, this wall's already broken, so they don't have the opportunity to close it and waste your time. Another convenient Ascent tip, do not break this window over here when you're defending. In a clutch situation, you want to keep your enemies guessing, so having this window as a fake to go to heaven to keep your enemies guessing is good. So don't break that window unless completely necessary. Anyways, Phoenix is now alive and roaring because of the Phoenix buff, so here's something you might not have thought of. If you see a chamber trip and you're flanking as Phoenix, you can use your wall as a smoke to cover it. So yeah, your wall does make noise though, so do take note of that. Okay, while we're on the subject of Phoenix, here's a Phoenix lineup for bind on attack. So once you've cleared the entrance of Hookah, you can go right over here onto this corner just like that. You see that building where one side is darker than the other? You're gonna aim right there at the bottom of the middle of the two. Take out your molly, one-step jump throw, and it lands right there on pocket. A combo that you can do with this is that you throw your molly just like that, take out your flash the enemies, they're gonna go right into pocket because they're flashed, and it's gonna kill them anyways because your molly's there, so yeah. Okay, let's stay on bind for a Brimstone lineup, and I promise you that this is not one of those basic lineups. You're gonna go right over here onto this wheel and plant the spike on it just like that. If you are in a clutch situation, you can just TP just like this. Go to that corner right over there. Pay attention to the top left tip of this wooden thing right over there. That will be your reference point. Now, take out your molly, place your hotbar line right there on that reference point, and throw your molly up. The molly takes a bounce and lands perfectly right there on the spike. Okay, another Brimstone lineup. I had to give you guys another one. So if you're holding A and they say that they're pushing B, here's the quick lineup that you can do. You can line yourself up with this wall just like that. From this wall, you're gonna pay attention to that triangle thing. You're gonna aim right there at the bottom of it. The bottom of it is the reference point. Now, take out your molly, place the left side of your middle hotbar line right there on that reference point, and fire up this molly. This molly takes a bounce on container and lands right there on default plant, which could delay the spike plant if you're lucky. Okay, so for our last Brim lineup, let's end it with a flex lineup. So you want to plant the spike right there in front of showers, just like that on default plant. You're gonna hold it from over here. Once the spike is sticking down, you're gonna go all the way over here onto this corner, just like that. Now from this corner, you want to aim right there at that big blinking light up there in the sky. Look down a little bit, look right a little bit. This takes some getting used to, I know. Take out your molly and just fire it up. Your molly bounces off the building and lands right there on the spike. You can also do this exact same lineup with Viper, but this time you have to add a jump to it. So as you can see, you aim right there at the light, down, a little bit to the right. But this time you add a jump, so it's gonna bounce right off that building and land right there on the spike. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, while we're on the subject of Viper, are you tired of dying to the exact same op every single round on Icebox B site? Or are you tired of your teammates dying to the exact same op on Icebox B site? Well, here's a Viper wall to prevent all of that. This was used in VCT, so you might want to use this as well. Go right over here at the bottom of that square thing right there on the wall. Look at your minimap, and I want you to aim your wall just like this, where it covers all the way onto that part, just like that. Make sure as well that your crosshair is aligned with this light to your right, just like that. Now once that's done, cast out your wall. Activate it immediately as the round begins. This provides security to your team right over here from any early op peekers, and it would allow them to go right over here onto the other side of this big container thing, where they can then push. This also covers Snowman, so it also helps for the post plant as well. Now all the opper would see is a Viper wall, and they would have to be careful from anybody peeking them from both main and on the other side of that container over there. So most likely they'll fall back, unless they're greedy, because a lot of people are. A common Sage wall for attackers here on Breeze is this wall right over here. This is not a very good wall because all the defenders need is a brain to get right on top of this box and kill the planter just like this. If there's a Viper wall or Omen smoke, all they need to do is ping the default plant and spam because they're probably gonna get the kill anyways. While we're on Breeze, I might as well show you this really insane spam spot. So you want to go right in the middle of this staircase right over here. From here, you want to make sure that the top part of that container is aligned with that line on the pyramid, just like that. And then you want to line your crosshair up at the bottom part of this blue thing on the pyramid. And that line right there will be head level at all times. So if ever you're defending and enemies decide to push with a Viper wall, use this tactic to get those easy headshots. Everybody hates a Sova wallbang, so I'll give you one more to hate. This one is from Soar on TikTok, by the way, this isn't mine. So you want to go right over here onto this wall. You're gonna line yourself up just like that. Your reference point will be the center of these two lights, that line over there. That's gonna be your reference point. You're gonna take out your dart and you're gonna place the center of your two mouse ability square icon thingies right there on that reference point, just like that. Then do a one bounce full charge. Run right over here onto this wall with your Odin, and wallbang anybody peeking from belt. People will hate you now, but at least you got the kill, right? Now, a Sova lineup that isn't cringe. Please stop throwing Hail Mary Sova recon darts because they never land properly. So on Haven C site, Zakodge from TikTok got you. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Anyways, you go right over here onto this corner just like that. Your reference point will be where that mountain and the tip of that roof intersect, just like that. That's your reference point. Take out your recon dart and I want you to align that left white dot above your recon ability icon right there on that reference point. Once that's done, do a one charge shot with Sova. It's gonna land right over there and it's gonna basically scan everything. It scans Cubby, it would scan logs, it would scan over here, it scans over there, it scans all of C-Site basically. And the best thing about this lineup is that the moment you fire it and you start making your way to C, it lands exactly as you are about to peek. So good job, Zakojon TikTok, you did a really good job with this lineup. I'm really impressed. Of course, you don't need my approval, but you know, I'm impressed. Speaking of retake lineups, here's a Fade retake lineup that you can do for Breeze A site. When the site is taken, you can go right over here onto this corner on yellow. Your reference point would be this bendy part of this box right over here. It's pretty hard to remember, but this lineup is worth it, I promise. Now you're gonna align your hotbar line right there on that reference point. Take out your haunt, do a jumping throw. It's gonna land right on top of pyramid and it'll scan basically everything. And for the last trick of the video, let's do a Cypher trick. So you know how Cypher has tripwires in the camera? You can use that said camera to destroy the tripwires. That's it, that's the tip. There's nothing special about it. So anyways, that's the end of the video. Shout out to Kiro for helping me make these tips and tricks. Couldn't do it without you, buddy. My last tips and tricks video blew up, so I had to follow it up with this one. And if you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because apparently only 2% of you are. That's actually shocking. Also leave a like to the video if you enjoyed it, cause feedback. Oh yeah, and if any of you are Viper mains out there, go ahead and check out my Pearl setups and my other setups in other maps, anywhere. Yeah, okay, that's all I have to say for this video. If you've made it this far, comment down too, just so I know. I really appreciate you people. Anyways, that's about it. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Easy!